Welcome back, Wayward Soles, at the Double Tap In. Actually, at the Double Tap In today.
And together again.
Together again. It's going to be a good time. Episode 27.
Wow.
Wow.
27. Who'd have thunk?
Coming right along. Coming right along. So today,
we're going to talk about some reading literature. Bet you never thought you'd hear that coming out of my mouth.
For barbecue? Reading literature. For
Reading
barbecue.
literature. Yeah. And these, believe it or not, aren't filled with pictures. You know, they're not coloring books or nothing like that. They actually have some informative stuff.
In the one that we talk about a lot, there are a lot of pictures in it.
Yes.
So for those that struggle to read, myself, he who shall not be named, there are a lot of pictures in there. So that helps. But Peace, Love, and Barbecue. What page is that?
I believe it's page 67.
67. What is that?
And,
Can you get that?
Yeah, where are we? Look at
Magic Dust.
Magic Dust, right there.
What is that? What is Magic Dust? Can you?
It is probably one of the best barbecue rubs that you can get. And it's also commercially available, believe it or not. And this guy is nice enough to put it in print.
Like how to make it on your
own. How to make it. Small batch, big batch, whatever you want. It's all right there.
You know how I figure out how to make Magic Dust? I get my phone out.
Yep. And Google that shit.
And I call my friend Mike Hickey.
Yeah, because he had the book. Oh,
I have the book, but why would I go look when I could call you?
That's right. That's right. So, and for those who've been listening, who have purchased this book, that's how we know y'all are listening, because, you know, I get pictures.
Yeah.
And text messages.
Yeah. There's been a lot of that.
Yeah.
Which is super cool.
Yep.
Super cool.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. People
that I did not expect who would listen have sent me messages, and we really appreciate it. And if you don't mind, like, follow, subscribe on whatever format you're listening, because it helps us out in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully more people can hear it, more people can see it. And, you know, again, this is where we get our content ideas.
Yep.
So it helps spread the word. The word of the day is legs. Spread the word.
You know, it's early.
Yeah.
That took me a second. Need more coffee?
So over here we have a stack of 6 books. I don't know that we'll get to all of them today. We could probably spend a whole show just on Peace, Love, and Barbecue.
Oh.
But Peace, Love, and Barbecue is the first book that I got, and it's the first book that you recommended for me to get. And I think just the content and the recipes in there, I think I paid a whole $5 for it.
Yeah.
Is fantastic. Like the stuff that I've made out of it that has been phenomenal.
Yeah. And it's a book of history, of barbecue history. And I like reading things like that simply because in order for me to move forward, I have to understand history. And if you get what people have been through before to improve what they've done, then you can apply it and you can create your own. I've said it before, create your own flavor profile, create your own style, that sort of thing. Well, that book has helped me quite a bit. I've thoroughly enjoyed rifling through the pages multiple times. And I said before, the first book that I got, which I passed on to he who shall not be named, was given to me by a friend of mine. He said, "Here, I think you really enjoy this." And I said, "Well, when I'm done with it, I'll give it back." He said, "No, you need to pass it along, same as I've done for you." And I said, "Yep, I can certainly do that." So that's what I did. Then missed it. So I had to go back to eBay and buy my $3.81 copy that took 3 forever to get here because it got stuck in the hell of York, Pennsylvania.
So, seems like a common place for mail to get stuck.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, we had that. I think Nick Bond. So we've talked about Brian Bond.
Yeah,
Brian Bond is an absolute legend. Nick Bond is also an absolute legend. I don't think he even posted what he had coming, but just that it got stuck in York, Pennsylvania, after it went to 4 different fucking places. So
bounced all over the place.
Yeah. York, Pennsylvania is a black hole for many things, and including mail.
Yeah. Mental health is another word.
Just sucks it right
just throwing that out there. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So with that said, Peace, Love, and Barbecue, highly recommend that one. That's probably top of my list. I've been to Rodney Scott's and I've been to Franklin's. So before I went to Rodney Scott's and before I went to Franklin's, I purchased their books. It is a goal of mine to do a whole hog. And I've done them on a smoker. I've never done them on a charcoal pit. And Chris Murray and I have talked that that's something that we'll need to get together and get our cinder blocks and get our,
right there.
Yep, exactly right. And build us a little pit and have us a good old fashioned pig picking right here, the double tap in.
Yeah, that's going to be terrible.
It's going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible for a lot of reasons. Main is my liver.
Yeah.
But that and my sides are going to hurt from laughing so goddamn hard. But
fact,
that shit I'll recover from.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
Both.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So Rodney Scott, his book, which I'll pop over right here. It's still hard for me to hold it up. So if you want to hold that up, that is a good history of whole hog barbecue and Rodney Scott's story. If you don't know Rodney Scott's story, you can watch him on Chef's Table or Master Chef or one of those where he tells his whole story from his humble upbringings until what he is today. And see, the first thing exactly right. You just open the page and like, holy shit. Yeah. The whole book is like that.
Loaded pork skin nachos.
Yep.
What the hell?
Yeah. So again, you read, you look, and
fried chicken.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a bad page in here.
No, there's not. And it is, again, it's more ammunition in your arsenal. You have a chance to look through the book, get a little history, and then you get into cooking the hog. And it is, you can't go wrong. And again, I buy most of my stuff from eBay. I buy used books, that sort of thing, hoping that they include some notes in them, little history of the person who had it maybe. And I think I spent $5 maybe on that one. And we get back to the shipping shit that we talked about. I paid $3.81 for Peace, Love, and Barbecue, and that included shipping. Yeah, right?
Cornbread with honey butter. Not
that I can absolutely understand.
My goodness.
Yeah.
I'll put that down.
Rodney Scott's World of Barbecue.
Yeah.
So when you pick these books up, I'll mark them up. I'll stick my little index cards in them. I have taken pictures of the inside of the books. I put them in my notebooks and done all of that simply for recall. And it has definitely helped the quality of barbecue and even my process. Because, my process has evolved just like all of them will. My process has evolved when I look back at my first cooks that I did years ago. Well, man, how did I eat that shit? You know what I mean? It's just, because I didn't know. I got that electric smoker and I just started throwing shit on it and cooking the hell out of it, and didn't know what I was doing and thought it was fantastic.
At the time, you're like, this is great.
This is great. This is fantastic. Well, now I look back and I kind of chuckle and went, wow, it was probably good to me then.
It wouldn't be now.
It wouldn't be now.
Yeah.
So it's and the reading literature has certainly helped that. Experimentation has helped that. And like I've said a million times before, just do it. Don't get overwhelmed with it. Just do it. Your time spent will be well worth it. I learned something still to this day. I've been doing this 20 plus years. to this day, I'll do a cook and I'll learn something.
Yeah.
You know, good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
I'll learn something.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
It's so Jennifer is my cohort in all of this. And I bounce a lot of ideas. Like most folks know who follow me on social media know that I'm working on some more spices, some more flavors, some more this. So as we discussed the other day, I'll go out in the kitchen and I'll make a rub. Jennifer will go out separately and she will make a rub. And then we will test them together. And we have a control piece of meat. We'll have hers, we'll have mine. And then we get to test and see which one, if we like to tweak this a little bit or tweak this a little bit. The next thing I want to mention is it's called the Flavor Bible. And Jennifer discovered this years ago. And in building these spice blends that we're doing, we refer to the Flavor Bible. And it will tell you what pairs well with what flavors. So in building these spices, we can go through and say, all right, well, we like this feature of cinnamon. What goes well with cinnamon that is going to help barbecue? And I can tell you right now, Noah, nothing goes with cinnamon and barbecue. I'm just saying.
He who shall not be named.
Sorry.
Sorry, Noah.
No, I wanted to dime him out on that one. That was funny.
Sucks to suck.
So anyhow, the Flavor Bible is a necessity for us when we're trying to build these flavor profiles. You may have a spice that you like a lot of. You can look at the Flavor Bible and it will tell you what pairs with that and actually accentuates that flavor to make it pop more. Another good thing to have.
So just an example, flipping through and lobster. And you're like, we're going to make a lobster. What should we have that could go with it that would pair well with it? And in here, it gives you a list. Not that anybody's going to stop. All 7 of you are going to stop and read what that says. But it gives you options for things to pair with it, like asparagus, avocado, bacon. Fucking
bacon. I think if you go through it, bacon's on everything.
Yeah. Like you don't even need to put bacon on that because everybody knows. Like just put it on the cover.
Yep.
Flavor Bible. What pairs well with bacon? And it's everything. Yeah.
Oh, just tasty pig.
But then there's other stuff where you're like, oh, I wouldn't have guessed that. Like honey pairs well with lobster. Now find something where you put honey and like go through and pick out a couple things.
Yep.
To make something else that is going to pair well. So this is cool.
So Jennifer's coffee rub that she worked on the other day, Jolton Java, by the way, she used it. And that came directly from this book. She got the idea and what other ingredients to put in it came directly from that book. And and now we're playing with the different coffees to find the right one. Because like you tasted it the other day, it was real bitter.
Yeah.
That was an espresso. And while I like it in the cooked form, I did not care for it at all.
Yeah.
In the raw form. It was not a good mouthfeel. The flavor was not good. Just means I get to experiment more.
You didn't like the mouthfeel, huh?
No, I didn't. I didn't like the mouthfeel at all. And I got good skin on the inside of my mouth, so I'm told. So, didn't care for it at all. And so Jennifer makes a cold brew using a Mexican chocolate coffee.
Ooh.
And we did our New York strips the other night. Did a control, did one with hers, one with this new rub, and It's pretty tasty. It
The
was
new one?
the new one.
Okay.
The new one with the Mexican cocoa coffee.
Okay.
It was real good. Because who knew that chocolate enhances coffee, coffee enhances chocolate. That flavor book is what tipped it off.
You know what else you can put chocolate on and it enhances it?
Anything.
Bacon.
Why did I know that was coming? I was going to say tits, but bacon's even better. Well, it depends. Yeah.
You put the three of them together. Now
you're talking.
Yeah, got something.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
So you could do bacon bits and chocolate
on tits.
On tits.
Yeah. Damn it! Here we go again. Jennifer,
I don't know if my mouth is watering or I'm getting an erection,
or
I'm not sure.
It's just confusing. Yeah, damn it.
Shit! I hope none of my family listens to this. You know what? I don't care.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. So, mentioned earlier that we have done a pilgrimage and did Rodney Scott's and did Franklin's. By the way, if you're ever in Austin, Texas, and you go to Franklin's or have a desire to go to Franklin's, highly recommend. Been to a lot of barbecue places. And this trip we did to Texas last year, so like I said in the previous episode, some are worth the hype, some aren't. Franklin Barbecue, we got there at 6 a.m. and had to wait until they opened at 11. 100% worth the wait.
I'm also guessing that you weren't the only people waiting.
No. Yeah. The people who were first in line were from Norway. They traveled from Norway to come to Franklin Barbecue.
Wow.
He owns a barbecue restaurant, and his name's JJ. Really, really good folks. And it was his 4th or 5th trip to Franklin's.
Wow.
From Norway. So he's all about this shit. And so got to sit and talk to him about Norway barbecue.
Yeah.
And how they do things and all that. And,
do you want to come on the show?
Which was, I bet he would. I seriously bet he would.
That'd be interesting.
He, real good dude, real laid back. Folks next to us were from Jersey on a bachelor party. And one of them fell in love with Noah.
Well, that's not surprising.
It was the best bromance you've ever seen he wouldn't leave him alone. He would not leave Noah alone, which I don't understand. I guess he has a thing for little chipmunk looking animals. I don't know. But either way, we do Aaron Franklin. Absolutely worth it. And a lot of people, when they're starting out with this, and I just shook the table, but it's all right.
Get over it.
When a lot of people are starting out and they're asking me a lot of questions, I send them to YouTube and to look at Aaron Franklin's YouTube videos about how he does brisket and whatnot. Well, this is his book. And again, this is another one that I recommend quite a bit of. And it has to do with his method of doing things. Well, again, a lot of typical barbecue book, a lot of recipes, history, so on and so forth like that. And again, not so many pictures in this one.
Damn, there's a picture for you folks.
Yep. It gets into his design of smokers, and he's so big now he builds smokers. But again, another good book about the barbecue process. And
this, just in the little bit that I've looked at it, this looks more of like not so much the recipes, which I'm sure there are recipes in there, but more of an in-depth how-to guide.
It's an instructional manual is what it is.
Yeah.
You'll go through it. It's got his rub in there. It's got some other stuff. But he covers a bunch of different meat. And his how-to, even to the point of, he just passed the page of how to wrap a brisket. How to get the folds right, how to make it nice and tight, how to do all that, which nice people I should probably send that to. But
are we not going to mention their names?
No. No, not at all. He is an authority on how to do a brisket the right way, in my opinion. And having had his meat in my mouth, I can attest to the fact that he knows what the fuck he's doing. And when you're doing 120 briskets a day, you might know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah.
He gets into the selection of your meats. He gets into the trimming. He gets into the seasoning. He gets into the cook, start to finish. And he gets into slicing. And as we've discussed on previous episode, you can either make or break a piece of meat by how you slice it. Mm-hmm. And this is all covered up in this book. And it's well worth, I think I paid $10 or $15 for that book on eBay. And you can see it, other than a little shipping damage at the top of the cover right there.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, it's almost brand new.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, some of the pages were sticky, but that's okay. That
it's
happens.
A barbecue place, right?
It happens.
Barbecue sauce.
It happens. It must have been Alabama white sauce because it's kind of clear looking. Just saying. Yeah, just saying. So, speaking of white sauce,
I'm afraid to see where this next book goes.
Right. We've talked about Alabama white sauce and the origin of Big Bob Gibson. And this is Big Bob Gibson.
And Big Bob Gibson is also in Peace, Love, and Barbecue too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. It's in there. So that is not a must-have. It's a good addition to your collection. If you have Peace, Love, and Barbecue, you pretty much get the story of Big Bob Gibson. This goes into a little bit more depth and has a little bit more recipes and kind of stuff in it.
I'm gonna have to take a picture of this.
Oh yeah, by the way, that's got rack of lamb in it. It's got lamb.
I just said something to my neighbors the other day who had the lamb roast.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, look, we gotta, and I said I need to send them a day, let's get this conversation started for when we're gonna do this, because again, a little intimidated.
Yep.
Very expensive cut of meat. Something I've never done before. And I don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah, right.
But again, like how many times have we said, one, just do it. And two, it's not going to be bad.
That's right.
So
that's right.
I told him, I said, I'm going to send you, we're going to start the conversation. We're going to set a date. We're going to cook that lamb roast. And I never sent the text message. So
yeah,
maybe between recordings, I'm going to actually send the text message today.
Yeah. Well, there's your recipe.
Yeah. Beef short ribs. Rob Frampton. If you need another recipe, I'll take a picture and send it to you, my friend.
So another good book. It covers this. He's known for the chicken, but it's got everything. He's looking at country style ribs right now. Grilled rabbit is in there. Brunswick stew. All kinds of stuff that you can do. But point and have it. There it is.
Whole
hog.
It's gonna come to a parking lot in Berlin here soon.
Yep. My point in all this is the more resources you have, the better your education is going to be. And again, do I follow one cooking style or one cooking person, their methods start to finish? No, I don't. But I have developed my own style, my own flavor profiles based on several other people.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done that. Part of Bang and Board Dust came from Triple D. It came from diners, drive-ins, and dives. It came from something somebody did. And I saw it and I went, well, that's really fucking odd. They're doing it for a reason. I need to try.
Yeah.
I can see why they did it.
Yeah.
Got it. And that's one of the spices that I won't reveal that they do. Actually, it's both of them that I won't reveal. But, and you, by getting education, by reading the books, by watching YouTube, there's a plethora. There's that word again, plethora of information out there. All you're doing is helping yourself to produce the best quality barbecue you can.
Yeah.
And Lord knows there are enough podcasts out there that you can listen to that really get into methods and styles and recipes and just all of it. You can overload yourself real easy.
Yeah.
Pick and choose and read a little bit now, read a little bit later, see what happens, because you'll pick up nuggets from everybody and you use those nuggets for yourself and go, oh, why didn't I do this sooner?
Yeah. Yeah. And I would guess that you don't, when you cook, you don't have a specific, well, this is how this person cooks this cut of meat. Like Franklin was the brisket guy.
Yes.
Right. So you don't go by how he does it. Again, it's something that you've adapted because you picked up something from Peace, Love, and Barbecue. Oh, I like this. This works well for me. I'm going to add that into this.
Yeah.
And again, kind of creates the double tap in brisket.
Correct.
But, as you're getting started, what better way than, using something that is tried and tested and everybody knows. Same thing with like when you're looking for rubs. Why go out and reinvent the wheel with something that might be shit?
Yeah.
When
correct.
There's a recipe in the book.
Right there.
Page 67, as a matter of fact.
As amazing as that is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, in talking with, friends from work, talking with Trevor, and he was always a big proponent of if it's not yours if you can't share it.
Right.
And that is I think what is really cool with all of this is that these people are the people that are doing it, that have made a living and are pretty well known for what they do. Yes. And now they're saying, here you go. And that speaks to them as people, and it speaks to the barbecue community as a whole, that it's not just like, it's not me versus everyone else.
Correct.
It's like, hey, it's the craft of, we want people to make tasty foods. So here's how we do it.
Yep.
And if that works for you, great.
Exactly.
If I want to do something a little different, like the ribs, I can't cook a rack of ribs together to save my life, but these party ribs, that turned out really well the one time I did it. So
perfect.
It's all in how you put it all together and get it done.
So the barbecue community, I learned a long time ago, is about sharing. And Bob giving me the book just made that real to me. You know what I mean? And that's why I've passed it on. And I've actually thought about buying several copies and just having them to give out. And, it's a small price to pay to continue the barbecue tradition. It is, I'm going to say 3 or 4 times a week, I get into an extended conversation about barbecue. Somebody will call and ask a question about it, which I absolutely love. I think it's fantastic. I love talking barbecue.
Yeah.
And because I know that whoever I'm talking to about this is getting ready to do something that they're really going to enjoy. On the off chance it doesn't turn out exactly how they want it, it's still going to be okay. Then they're going to have the passion. I can do that better.
Right.
So it's going to continue that until they get it perfected to how they like it. They in turn are going to do the same thing with somebody else and continue that conversation about barbecue. And let's face it, it's a passion of ours.
Yeah.
And it's only going to grow if we promote it, if we do the free advice, if we share our training, knowledge, and experience.
Yeah.
So, and that's part of why I like the barbecue community. When we went to Rodney Scott's, it was, we had Chip with us, the little black and white dog. And they were so nice because we were walking around the outside tables and the lady said, "Is he a service dog?" And I said, "Yeah, he's actually my service dog. I have a TBI." And she said, Chip got under the table, laid down, and they pretty much catered to us.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so again, it's all about the love, respect, all that. It's in the barbecue community. I'm not saying you can't get it at other places, but it just seems to be more prevalent in the barbecue community.
Yeah.
When we did the barbecue tour in Texas, some of the nicest people to talk to, Tootsie from Snow's Barbecue, got to meet her. Fantastic lady. She's got hundreds of people in line to meet her. And she was taking the time to talk to every single person. If you got in line to wait for her, she was going to take the time to talk to you, regardless of how long it took, all that kind of stuff. So you can't beat that kind of shit. Unless you're at the number 2 barbecue place in all of the state of Texas and you mention a reverse flow smoker versus an offset. Now, I don't know who would do that, especially when you're standing in front of 4 giant 1,000-gallon smokers. I don't know why, or 1,000-gallon offsets, why you would mention a reverse flow. But Jesus Christ, I thought we were going to get stabbed. But that's, neither here nor there.
Neither here nor there. Yeah. We're not going to mention his name.
No, we're not.
No, that's part of it, though.
Damn. Yeah. But anyhow,
yeah,
it's a good community to be involved in. Love it. And increase your library. It's cheap enough on eBay that you can spend $30 and get a handful of good books that will help you make yourself better.
Yeah. So for someone that is just getting into it, they're watching the show. For some reason, they found the show. They found this show, and that's, what book should I get first?
Peace, Love, and Barbecue.
There it is.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's and if that's the only book you ever get, at least you started with the best first.
Yeah,
in my opinion. Peace, Love, and Barbecue.
Yeah, and from what I've seen, that's a combination of all of the books.
Correct.
You get the Big Bob Gibson, you get a combination of the rest of them all in one. A lot of really great recipes, a lot of really great. If you want to take a pilgrimage somewhere for a barbecue place, they have a bunch of places listed in there of where to go, what to eat, or not what to eat, but just a place to go. You've sent this to me, and I've yet to get it.
So that is, it's labeled a Bible, and it is 425 fiery recipes from all across America, and it's good. It would probably be third on my list, I guess, in order of ranking these books. It would be Peace, Love, and Barbecue, Franklin's, this 425 recipes, Rodney Scott's. The Flavor Bible is just an additional read. It's like it goes with all, it complements all the books, because you can look at something and say, okay, I need to do this to add the flavor that I want. So it's just an enhancement. I use that word a lot, enhancement. But there's a little bit of everything in that book. Sorry, there's a lot of everything.
There's a lot of everything in here. Hey, Magic Dust is in here.
Yep.
Hang on a second. $2.94.
So in case you didn't know, Magic Dust is a rub.
Oh, free. Oh, look at that. There it is. Page 294 in this book, Noah. Sorry.
He who shall not be named.
You know what? One of my favorite things is now is that as we were getting into this and we keep mentioning he who shall not be named, is the people asking, well, who is it? Yeah. So in a way, like we're still, because I know he's your special little buddy. You got a soft spot in your heart for him, and he's trying to do his own thing.
Yep.
And even though we're not actually mentioning his name, people still ask. So when that does take off, there's going to be a commission that needs to come.
Oh, 100%.
Well,
yeah. I mean, hell, he's a double tap in South.
That's true.
So, he owes me royalties anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe one day he'll make his own His own rub.
Maybe.
Maybe he'll find the recipe for magic dust.
He may. He just may one day. Because he's not picking up the hints. He's probably found it by now, I'm sure. I don't even think he's listening to the podcast because he hasn't been on the podcast. Or, hey man, why are you all talking about me all the time? So I don't think he's listening.
That's fine.
He'll figure it out.
That's fine. There's 7 other people that do. And
That's right.
And we appreciate you guys.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We especially like the people who have bought the book and who are actually cooking from the book.
Yeah.
His name is Dale, and I will say his name out loud.
Yep.
Yeah. He
Dale went like full ham.
Yeah, he
full
did.
hog.
Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Took a chance too.
Yeah.
Like doing that at work for a bunch of hungry firemen. That is
talk about pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
That'll
talk
do it.
about like just do it, just get it, just cook it.
Yep.
He did it.
Yeah, everybody thinks cops are ruthless. No, they're not. Hungry firemen are fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And they're honest.
Yeah.
Which is good and bad.
Depends where your feeling is.
Yep.
Yeah.
You want to be a fireman, don't have feelings.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna find that one thing that you don't like to talk about, and that's all they're going to talk about until you're desensitized and you're over that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, that was cool to see Dale just
loved it.
Go all in. Want to do pulled pork. Had a problem, hit the stall.
Yep.
Didn't quite get there. Bumped it up a little bit. Got the pork shoulder done. But then did the baked beans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was,
I don't know. There was a lot of shit on that table.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a mess of food.
Yeah.
Holy cow. And then, but he had done a trial run of the magic dust on ribs.
Yeah.
Like the day before or 2 days before. So that was good work.
See, I'm salivating again already.
Yeah.
And Jeremy went out and bought the book.
Yep. He was actually looking for the magic dust recipe in there too. Page 67, Jeremy.
Yep.
And thank you. Thanks for watching. I also love
thanks
your
for
comments.
the feedback.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Comments every show. So
see, we do notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the time.
Look at the time.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I just did. I just looked up. I said, that can't be a 3. Holy hell.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Well,
time flies.
Here we are crushing it. So we're going to wrap it up now because we could keep going on these books.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed it. Go out and get, if you have Peace, Love, and Barbecue, grab a different one. If you don't have a book and you're trying to get into it, Peace, Love, and Barbecue is the way to go. Tons of recipes, tons of sauces, tons of rubs, everything that you can think of, from appetizers to main courses to desserts, sides. It's all in there. So go pick it up, enjoy it, share it, because that's what it's all about in the barbecue community. And while you're sharing the recipes, share the show. Hey, we'd appreciate it. So
tell your friends, like and subscribe.
There it is.
Boost our numbers.
There it is. So, all right. Thanks, friends. We'll see you soon.